New phone cases? Let's check these out. Dave Taylor here, and I have the iPhone 11 Pro. I'm waiting for the iPhone 12. That should be coming out mighty soon. But in the meantime, I look at these phones and I think, look at that beautiful and amazing piece of engineering. Millions of us have these phones. But here's the thing. This cost over $1,000. I do not want it to break. And I have to be honest, pretty much every week or two, for some reason, it falls off a table, falls out of my pocket, fumbles out of my fingers, whatever it is. Since we use these every single day, all the time, it's awful easy for them to get banged up. Now, when I look at teenagers, it is actually probably more common than not that they have cracked or damaged screens. Obviously, they also seem to miss the idea of put a case on it. So, cases are a little expensive, but honestly, it's like the world's cheapest insurance policy. You put a solid case on your phone and it's going to last a whole lot longer and be a whole lot better for you and really improve your personal happiness. How can that not be a good thing? So, iPhone 11 Pro, new cases. So, first off, I'm going to start with the Speck line of cases. Speck sent me these two new cases that are really pretty slick. Now, I'm a fan of Speck. They are one of the long-time case makers for smartphones. They've been around pretty much forever. And check this one out. So, as you can see, it has a nice bright interior color, and then the exterior is this black with this sort of transparent dotted edge on it. And I'll put my phone in. This offers a ton of protection. In fact, this is the Presidio 2 Armor Cloud, and it's 16-foot drop tested. Now, I have not dropped my phone 16 feet. That would literally be throwing it upwards out of my second-story window. I am not going to do that because who knows what could happen. But suffice to say, it's a really cool looking case. I've had people remark on it more than once as I've used it. And lots of protection on it. The three things that I always look at for a phone is how good are the cutouts on the bottom, and I look at how much above the surface of the screen is the bezel, and then the third thing I look at is does it support wireless charging. So let's do those backwards. I have the Pixel wireless charging stand. It's a great stand, even if you're not using a Google Pixel. This is definitely one to check out, and obviously it supports wireless charging. The design, super cool. Here's a close-up. You can just look at the bottom and you can see they've got the cutouts absolutely perfect. And in terms of that screen raise, then I have absolute confidence that it is actually the case that's picking up that impact rather than the screen of my phone. So, lots to like about this one. Like I said, Presidio 2 Armor Cloud, couple of different color variations. This is the Black Fade Speck Blue, and it's a little spendy at $59.95, but if you go to the speckproducts.com website, you'll find that they have up to a 30% discount if you sign up for their newsletter, so that does lower the price substantially. Okay, so Speck sent another Presidio case that looks pretty similar in some sense. I guess I should say it has similar specs. Is that awkward to say that about Speck? But this one is transparent. And what's nice is that they're using a different material for this. So this is not only transparent, but it's going to stay transparent. It's not going to yellow. And both of these have microban, which is a microbial accumulation resistance material that they somehow stir into the plastic. But more importantly, they've had other clear cases at Speck, but this one has the grip. So it has these edges, and that gives it a really nice feel. I've really liked when I've had this one on my phone. And again, it's sometimes a tiny bit tricky to get your phone in, but I see that as a positive because I don't want my phone falling out of my case. So again, super nice protection. This one is only tested to 13 feet, so I don't know what the difference is, why this one gets 3 more feet than this one, but 13 feet is plenty enough that if it drops out of your pocket while you're standing up, it's not going to have anything bad happen to your phone. And in terms of that bezel, it's basically the same case design. So of course it will also do wireless charging. And those bottom cutouts, as you can see, again, Speck totally nailed this one. So This is the Presidio Perfect Clear with grips, 13-foot drop test, microband material stirred into the mix, and it's $44.95 minus that 30% discount. So it is still fairly spendy versus getting no-name third-party cases from eBay or Amazon. But seriously, real companies, real licenses, real products, real warranties, totally worth it. Now, let's shift over, my brothers, to talk about the Grateful Dead. Now, this is a absolutely storied, epic band, and their followers, the fans, the people who are enthused about the Dead call themselves Deadheads, and they're pretty into it. I live in Boulder, Colorado, and there are definitely the hippies here, and they definitely love their Dead. So, Casely has licensed Grateful Dead phone cases. So sweet. Let's start with this one. Now you're wondering, so is Dave a secret hippie? And I think I'm going to choose not to answer that question. So look at that, it even comes with a sticker. Not sure I'm that motivated about the sticker, but let's put this first one on. So this design is the Dancing Bears, but they actually call this In the Groove. I don't know whether Dancing Bears is its official name or not, but this is a really nice case. This is the Casely Grateful Dead In the Groove bold case. And the bold cases are a little more expensive, but they give you that rubber on it, so they make it a little stronger. And that bezel is even better than on the Speck. It's still low enough that you're not gonna really notice it, but solid protection, wireless charging, and let's see, wireless charging. And in terms of the cutouts, again, you know, Casely absolutely knows how to do this too. These are also expensive because they're licensed products. So In the Groove Bold, $45. If you want to get the classic version of this case, if it's the design you really like, but you're okay with a little less protection, then they have their classic design for $30. And let's see, they also have a 25% off promo running right now. So this could be 45 minus 25%. So, you know, everyone seems to be running discounts. Maybe it's because Amazon Prime Day is coming up. So this is In the Groove. And then, of course, the really classic design is this one. And this one is exactly the same case, so I'm not going to put it on. I guarantee it's going to do exactly the same with wireless charging and everything. This is Forever Grateful. And if you're a Deadhead, you already know and love these graphics and these designs. But that's not all. They also sent me just a regular bold case, and I like this design. So again, it's exactly the same case, just a different design. But because this isn't licensed, it's actually less expensive. So this is the bold Here Comes the Sun case. And yes, you can immediately start to hear that Beatles music in your head. This is 8-foot drop tested, as are these actually. So they're all 8-foot drop tested. So we went from 16 to 13 to 8. So 8-foot drop tested, and it is $35 minus 25%. I really like this design. This is just a design and a color scheme and everything that's just going to make you smile. You can see on the inside it has that really nice protective ability. Very cool. So all these cases, but there's one more. I feel like Steve Jobs saying one more thing. So let's see. I don't know if I can open this. Oh, you know what? This particular case is not in the box because I'm charging it. So I'm going to pause for a second and I'll be right back. And back. Okay, now this is the Casely Power 2.0 case. And it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to put my phone in it. And this is something that you have to do a little more carefully because it's a battery case. So the way you do that is you actually slide it from the top, and you can see from this side view, the top of it sort of bends backwards. Why do you do this? Because there's a lightning connector on the very bottom, because the back is an additional 4,800 milliamp hour battery. So if you're the kind of person where your phone constantly dies and you just never have access to be able to charge it, this is a great solution. So now you've basically taken your iPhone or whatever phone you want to use, and you've added more battery to it. So super easy to work with. And here's a really cool trick, is that it actually does wireless charging. How about that? Through the battery. So they thought this through, and they actually put the Qi wireless charging reception circuit behind the battery so that it actually, you can just charge it this way if you want to, or it has its own lightning connector. And the bezel, I'm going to take points off for that because there's barely any. This is the one with the least protection to the front of your phone. And it's not a hugely protective case, and it definitely adds weight. But if you need that extra battery life, if you need to just have a little bit more runway, this is pretty slick. So you plug it in or you put it on a wireless charger, and there's even a bunch of 4 LEDs down here so you can get a quick view of how your charge is doing, and then it will automatically feed charge to your phone as needed. Pretty slick, actually. And so right now we're all sort of hanging around at home, but eventually we'll be out and about at length, and something like this can be a real lifesaver. So this particular design is rainbow stripes. This is the Casely Power 2.0 battery case, 4,800 milliamp hour. Takes about 3.5 hours to fully charge it from being at 0%. It is Qi compatible, which is quite a remarkable trick that they've accomplished. And it is a little spendy. It's $75, again, minus 25% with the current Casely promotion. You can check out all of the Casely stuff at Get Casely. But before we're done, let me ask if you would be so kind as to subscribe to my channel. Just click or tap on that little red button on the corner, and I am very appreciative. And again, notice the special way I have to put it in or out of the case. And I will wrap this up by putting on full deadhead regalia. I guarantee this will get comments. There's no way around it. So, excellent. So, let me just give you the quick rundown. These are the Speck cases, and you can learn about them at speckproducts.com. And these are the Casely cases, including this one, dude. And you can learn about those at getcasely.com. So, think I'm going to continue to have my phone charge, and that means I'll catch you in my next video.